Welcome to On the Edge with JP Devine from Central Maine Sunday. On the Edge with JP Devine audio is made possible by our subscribers like you. Thank you for listening and supporting local journalism in Central Maine. Now here's JP Devine.
Sorry for your loss. It was always there, like Le Deux Mangots in Paris, Bailey's ice cream parlor in Boston. It was always there, until it wasn't. It was as iconic as Al Corey's music shop, the Levine's, haberdashery, the 3-cent bridge. Once upon a time, the last unicorn was where divorce lawyers met other divorce lawyers, and ex-wives peeked in before entering. There were other places to eat, of course, but its location at the front of Silver Street, just off Main Street, was close to all the shops. The banks and gift shops were steps away. When outside happened, it sported flowers on the edges, pretty waiters, and umbrellas, and the strongest iced tea. The old Morning Sentinel building was just across the street from Restaurant Row, where reporters and editors could pop in and out for a beer. The then manager of the Sentinel, editor Bob Moorhead, who preferred Steve's Restaurant and Bar, would sit with me, a new columnist in town, by the window and point at some workers on a roof across the street. "See those guys?" he'd say. "Those are Jerry's people." He meant reporter and now famous author, Jerry Boyle. Colby professor liked the unicorn for lunch, while former Senator George Mitchell lunched with his sister Barbara. Once upon the same time, the very quiet Rick Gallup and his glamorous wife, Honor Stanley, owned it, along with a nice clothing boutique up in the concourse. The unicorn was there when Kay and I stepped off the Greyhound bus in August of 1984, when that was the bus stop. Barbara Joseph worked there when we walked in the door with my yellow cockatiel. It was one room with a few tables and one bar and restroom. I lived at that bar for many years. I don't remember who cooked then, but I remember the day when Joe Plumstead, a happy ghost with unruly hair and crooked smile, took over the stoves, and his wife, Michelle, made the place her personal bistro. Joe was the invisible man, like a Parisian fantôme, who hid out in the basement, cutting lettuce, picking steaks, and becoming a legend. But it was his wife, Michelle, a bigger-than-life presence, a dramatic Lautrec hostess in wild-colored kimonos, who broke windows with her booming laugh, was the star. Michelle, a figure from a Renoir painting, worked the bar, bagged takeouts, and made perfect martinis. She was famous for hanging her artist sister's paintings on all the walls. She was my friend. That was 39 years ago. Star reporter Amy Calder reminds us that the original owners, Rick Gallup and Honor Stanley, sold it to the Plumsteads in 2000 and moved to Puerto Rico, where Donald Trump threw rolls of paper towels to the survivors of a hurricane, when all they wanted was water and the lights to go on. There was Fred Ouellette, now of Common Street's Proper Pig, who sold to John Picuro, and the good times rolled along while COVID came to town and darkness fell. Sunday morning, last week, somewhere deep in that darkness, something happened. A spark, they say, ignited a bunch of greasy rags. And when dawn broke, the last unicorn got its last picture, an unflattering one on the front page. The property owners say they will rebuild. How does one rebuild a legend? One brick at a time. What more can I say? Sorry for our loss.
Thanks for listening to On the Edge with JP Devine. On the Edge with JP Devine audio is made possible by our subscribers like you. Thank you for supporting local journalism in Central Maine.